Good morning, students. So, students, we already started our civics first chapter, that is Introduction to our Constitution, in our previous lecture. In that lecture, what we learned? We learned about the meaning of the Indian Constitution. What is Constitution? So, can anyone tell me what is Constitution? We had learned in our previous lecture what is Constitution. Yes, the book in which all the provisions regarding the administration of the country are mentioned together in a systematic way. It's called Constitution. The all the provisions which are mentioned together, साथ में जिस बुक में रिकॉर्ड मेंशन किया हुआ रहता है, प्रोविजंस मेंशन किए हुए रहते हैं इन अ सिस्टमैटिक वे, इन अ प्रॉपर वे, इट्स कॉल्ड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. गवर्नमेंट इज एस्टेब्लिश. गवर्नमेंट कैसे एस्टेब्लिश्ड होता है? इज एस्टेब्लिश बाय द रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स विच आर इलेक्टेड बाय द पीपल. While making a laws, government has to bound to follow. Government has to follow the constitution. Government has to follow the provisions which are mentioned in that constitution while making any kind of laws. If government are not doing that, are not following the constitution or are not following the provisions, so and if the laws making, if they are making the laws, then that laws are invalid or unconstitutional. See, while making the laws, the government is bound to follow the constitution. If it does not do so, अगर ऐसा नहीं होता है, that the law which are making, that is unconstitutional or invalid. Understood, students? Then we learn about the provisions which are mentioned in that constitution. The rules, the provisions which are mentioned in that constitutions. So which kind of provisions? Provisions are regarding to different things. Like for example, citizenship, the rights of the citizens, the relationship between citizens and the state, subject of the laws, subjects which are made by government, for restrictions, elections, restrictions on a government jurisdiction of the state, this kind of provisions which are mentioned in the constitution. All the countries have to follow, have to accept the constitution, okay? But different countries constitution is different. हर कंट्री का अपना कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन होता है. Every country has its own constitution. The constitution is different. But what kind of differences? See, there are differences of history, then social structures, culture and traditions. The differences like history, social structures and culture or a tradition. So similarly, their needs and objectives are might to be different. Every country's people needs and objectives are different. That's why there are differences in a constitution. So then we learn about two countries' constitution. First, US Constitution, and then we see the British Constitution. USA Constitution or American Constitution, which was came into force in the year 1789. Till till now, the American government, the USA government has to follow that constitution, and it is a written constitution. Government has to follow the same constitution even after 225 years. Then we learn about the England Constitution. The England Constitution has a long history. The rules of running the country are found to form the conventions, norms, rules or traditions. So even though there are certain written rules are there, but English Constitution is considered to be unwritten. Then students will learn the necessity, why constitution is necessary for our every country. Constitution is not, constitution is necessary, why constitution is necessary. Here we learn 6 points. First we learn about that government has to function within a set of rules. Government has made a rules. That why government made a rules? To reduce the possibility of misuse the power, and authority have to be given. So this reduces the government has to make the rules, and what they help because for making that rules, this helps to reduce the possibility of misuse of the power and the authority. Authority and power का misuse ना हो, इसलिए they make the rules. Second, what we learn that constitution includes different rights of freedoms of the citizen that government cannot take away. That these rights, the rights which are included in that constitution, that people's rights and freedoms are safeguarded. Government has to follow that constitution. Then we learn that there is no scope if the country is running smoothly by following the constitution, by following the provisions, that there is no scope for misuse of the power. Then we learn that if a country run as per the constitution, if a country run as per the provisions which are mentioned in that constitution, that the faith, that the common people's faith which on the government getting increased, and that it helps to increase the democracy or to increase the participation of the people. Then we learn that constitution presents, what constitution presents? Some political ideals, political images before the country. The nation is also bound to act that direction, and it creates a good atmosphere. It creates a good conducive atmosphere to attain world peace and security, for preservation of human rights. Understood, students? Then we learn about administration. What included in that administration of the country? Government has to make laws. What kind of laws government make? Subjects related defending the boundaries, laws for education and health and education, then for poverty related laws, then for woman, for child, they are making the laws. See, here question will ask what is included in the administration of the country, that you have to write this answer. Government has to make laws relating to several subjects such as defending the boundaries, protecting the people from external aggregation, reduction of poverty, creating employment, education and health services, encouragement to commerce and industries, protection of the weaker sections. There is some laws which help for weaker section, poor people, making policies for the progress of women, children and tribal people, etc. So till here all of you understood. Now next we are going to learn about Indian Constitution was made. Who made the Constitution? The background of the Constitution. Constitution बनाया किसने? Who wrote this Constitution? So let's start. Background to making of the Constitution. The process of making the Indian Constitution started in the year 1946. When the process of making the Constitution was started? Yes, in the year 1946. The leaders of the freedom movement insisted that independent India will be governed not by the laws made by British, but the laws which were made by Indians themselves. What our great leaders thought? That the freedom of movement insisted that India was governed by Indian laws only, okay, which was made by Indian people, Indian leaders, not which the laws which are related, which were made by British laws, okay. So that's why the leaders made a committee. A committee was established to prepare the constitution of independent India. A consti- that's why they made one committee for established to prepare the constitution. ये constitution बनाने के लिए उन्होंने एक committee बनाई. They prepared one committee and it came to be known as, and that committees came to be known as Constituent Assembly. In that Constituent Assembly, few peoples were there, few leaders, few members were there, and they discuss on this situation. So committee, that's why they made a committee, established a committee, and that committee was known as Constituent Assembly. Now let us understand what is that Constituent Assembly. When this committee was made, who included in that constitution? Let's understand. Constituent Assembly. India became independent on August 15th, 1947. Yes, 15th August 1947. On that day, India got independent. Before that, before India got independence, there was a British rule. We all know that before India got independence, British were control the people. British ruled over India. So they had divided India. British had divided India into provinces like Bombay, Bengal and Madras for their convenience for administration, for their help. For their convenience, they divided India into these three provinces: Bombay, Bengal and Madras. The administration of this province was carried by people's representative, and the administration of these three cities, Bombay, Bengal and Madras, have carried by people's representative. They elected people representatives. The local princes were carrying out the administration in some areas. Such areas were known as princely states, and their chiefs were known as princes. The representatives of the province and the princely states were included in that Constituent Assembly. The representatives which were elected by the particular area, that people were included in a Constituent Assembly. So how many members were included in that Constituent Assembly? See, 299. Total 299 members in the Constituent Assembly. All of you underline this sentence. How many members were included in that Constituent Assembly? 299 members were included in Constituent Assembly. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of the Constituent Assembly. In that 299 members, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the head or who was the president of that Constituent Assembly. Here question will ask, who was the head or who was the president of a Constituent Assembly? So what is the answer? Dr. Rajendra Prasad is the president of Constituent Assembly. All of you understood about Constituent Assembly? In Constituent Assembly, there were total 299 members were included. And in that 299, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of Constituent Assembly. Understood, students? Now let's move further. Dr. Babasaheb, what was the contribution of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar? For this constitution, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar का क्या contribution है towards this constitution? Let us understand. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. Drafting means to draft करना, लिखना. So So Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. He had studied in a depth of the constitution of different countries of the world. What first, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. Then he studied other countries' constitution. He deeply studied the other countries' constitution and draft the country's constitution. The draft constitution prepared by him after studying different countries' constitution, he draft a constitution for India, and that constitution he presented in a constituent assembly. He presented in front of that 299 members in that constituent assembly. In that meeting, in that constituent assembly, in that committee discussed the article by article. The committee members have discussed on that constitution which was prepared by Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar handled the task of presenting the draft. Then committee members asked the questions to Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, different questions regarding that constitution. If there were any changes were there, करना है, अगर चेंजेस करना है तो उन्होंने डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आम्बेडकर को present किया to raise the question it, and if there were any changes in the draft as per the suggestions of the constituent assembly. Then due to his contribution, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar's contributions for this constitution, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar is called the architect of Indian Constitution. First, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. He studied the different countries' constitution first, and then he prepared the constitution for our country. After drafting the constitution, that constitution he present in the constituent assembly in front of that committee. That committee discussed if there were any questions were there, if there were any changes. After doing that changes as per the constituent assembly, all this contribution towards the constitution, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar is called the architect of the Indian Constitution. So students, in Constituent Assembly, the decisions in that Constituent Assembly, whatever decisions were taken by Constituent Assembly were made on the basis of debate and discussions, not one single person decision. If there are some points, they discuss with each other. There were debate with each other, discussed with each other, and after that they took a final decision. Respect of opposing viewpoints. Acceptance of appropriate suggestion was characteristics of the working of that Constituent Assembly. See what time they took for making the constitution. It took 2 years, 11 months and 17 days to complete the constitution. It was not easy process. It took a lot of time. It took 2 years, 11 months and 17 days to complete the constitution. There were 22 parts, 395 articles and 8 schedules in that original constitution, final constitution. Then as I told you that in Constituent Assembly there were 299 members were included. In that 299, some of the famous personality were there. Who were their famous, well-known members? First one, obviously, the President of a Constituent Assembly, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Then Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, Sarojini Naidu, J.B. Kripalani, Rajkumari Amrit Kaur, Durgabai Deshmukh, Hansaben Mehta, and others. These famous well-known members were included in a constituent assembly. Next, students, the constituent assembly was enacted the constitution and adopted it. After, as I told you that it for making the constitution, it took many long time. It took 2 years, 11 months and 17 days. And final constitution was presented when 26th November 1949. 26th November 1949, the final constitution was presented, and therefore that day, 26th November 1949 is observed as a Constitution Day. Constitution Day. Therefore, this date, 26th November 1949, is observed as a Constitution Day. The government began to govern according to the provisions. Yes, the country's government has to run with the help of this constitution. But the provisions of this constitution came into existence when, after 2 months, on 26th January 1950. On that day, the constitution was actually been used. So that's why this date, 26th January 1950, the Indian Republic came into existence. Therefore, 26th January is celebrated as a Republic Day. All of you understood why we celebrated 26th January as a Republic Day? Because on that day onwards, government used that provisions which are mentioned in that constitution. Understood, students? Anyone have any doubt regarding this lesson? Here we completed our civics first lesson. We learn what about constitutions, the provisions which are included in that constitution, why constitution is necessary, that we also learned, and then the background of the constitution, who prepared the constitution, whose contribution is more towards that making the constitution. Then we learn the Constitution Day, 26th November 1949 is observed as a Constitution Day. All of you understood?